We are James and Jennifer Boyd, owners of a tile and remodel company, as well as a home decor and gift boutique in North Carolina. Join us as we share home design and decor tips, as well as how-to tutorials as we work through some of our own projects at home.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are out here. We're going to lay a sun porch today. So it was actually a room that used to be a screened-in porch, and it had a patio door. It used to be a patio door right there. Okay, and this was a screened-in porch. So we've had the room all enclosed, windows, doors, all that. A mini split right here. Okay, and the idea for the floor is through the rest of the house. They've got this tile that looks like a hardwood tile. So we're going to kind of do the same idea of doing hardwood in here that looks like tile. The pattern that we've chosen to do is, here's my kind of my preliminary sketch, my ideas. So that's the idea we're going to use for here. So just running around real quick, checking corners. That one there turns to be the only one that's a true 9.
The crew really did a great job in executing this client project, from design, selection of materials to install. Our clients couldn't be happier. And after a full work week, we still had weekend projects that needed to be taken care of.
All right, good morning. So it is a Sunday morning. It's raining outside. Not a great day to be, doing anything outside. Working on an indoor project. We had a window that went from the original boutique space and looked into the shop. And let me spin you around. This is back from when I had a window looked in the shop. I can watch the guys working in the shop, that sort of thing. So that's my wood shop looking out this way, and this is kind of the lounge area. We have breakfast and meetings and stuff like that. So anyways, took out the window. Jen texted me about 5 minutes ago, said, "You're filming today's work, right?" I'm like, yeah, sure thing. So I'm kind of part way into the job. But anyways, had a window here, took it out, took the header out, took all the framing out. Took the casing off, opened it up to the size of one sheet of sheetrock just to make it easier, go stud to stud. I'm gonna add sister studs to those ones that had been cut, do that. Re-sheetrock, re-insulate, and tape and mud. That's today's project. All right, so we've gone ahead and added sister studs in to all of the open areas. They are just sister studs. They're not butt in between. This wall carries no load. It's simply a partition wall inside of a metal building. So I'm not worried about carrying any kind of load. So you don't need to fill those in. This is just to stiffen the wall so that it's not weak from that missing. So got that. We're gonna replace the R13 insulation. Put that up in here. We'll staple this off. And then we'll go ahead and lay a piece of sheetrock in here. Taping and mudding. Nobody's favorite. I'm not great at it, but I get by. So my couple tricks, I just like to lay down a bed of mud on the wall, measure my tape to fit. I wet my tape because wet tape sticks better to sheetrock mud than dry tape does. Squeeze you out the water a little bit. Sometimes it runs down the wall. It's water soluble. It's easy to clean up even if it dries. And then I go ahead and lay on a second coat. You'll probably be able to see my tape through the first coat. That's all right. It dries really well that way. It's easy to come back then, put a second coat on. I don't like to sand between second coat, third coat, or first coat, second coat. I do 3 coats because sheetrock mud shrinks. I don't care how perfect you get it the first time. You put it on, it looks perfect. It is moisture based. The moisture evaporates, sheetrock mud shrinks. So it doesn't matter how perfect you get it the first time, it's not gonna look right when you come back to it because it's gonna shrink back in there. So second coat, third coat. I just like to scrape the chunks off between first coat, second coat, third coat. The only coat you should really be sanding is the third coat, lightly sanding. I see people put a first coat of mud on and they just gob it on there and then they try to sand it flat. To me, it's more work. To me, it's just easier to go ahead, throw down a thin first coat, throw down a thin second coat, and a thin third coat. Don't get too much mud on the wall. Every bit of mud you put on the wall that's not supposed to be there has to be sanded off. That creates a huge amount of dust. Let's not try to make extra dust. So we try to keep our sheetrock as minimal as possible when we're doing it. But okay, I also want to point out real quick, about 3-4 years ago, everybody was doing agreeable gray, most popular color there was. Isn't it funny how close it is to the color of just sheetrock? All right, guys, so that project's all wrapped up. And cut. Okay, here we go.